Hello and welcome to the January cosplay progress vlog. In the last video, I was almost done with making Malon from The Legend of Zelda, and I finished her belt buckle and her brooch, so now this costume is complete. Now that I've finished 3 costumes, I'm kind of in that awkward place where I'm not super motivated to finish any one particular thing, so I'll probably be back to bouncing around from project to project. But I did cut out the pattern pieces for Simplicity 4092. I'm planning on using this for a Halloween costume for Orihime from Bleach. And I've started cutting out the fabric as well. This is for the panniers on the bottom there. This is not going to be a historical project at all. As you can see, this is Halloween printed cotton, but I think it'll still be fun. I've made a little bit more progress on Orihime. I've just been cutting out the pieces and then pinning them on the dress form so I know which piece is which. That's why it kind of looks like a mess right now. I also pulled out Mary Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. I started this costume last year around Halloween when I was working on Sarah, and I had finished the dress, and then Halloween was over and I wasn't really feeling this project, so I put it away, but pulled it back out, and I finished the petticoat that goes underneath it, and I made the apron, which took a long time since I couldn't find a fabric I liked for the apron fabric, so I just crocheted the entire thing, which may not have been the best idea, but oh well. And all that's left on this costume is just making the over bodice out of this red fabric. Yeah, I also made the earrings too, so this is like 75% done. One of my goals is to get better at non-fabric parts of costumes, so I 3D printed out this sword for Alucard from Castlevania using the Dangerous Ladies file and got it assembled. I learned a couple things from this. The one thing is I've never printed out a sword before, and it has this channel in the center for a rod to go in, and I couldn't find a metal rod that was the right length, so I used wood, and I probably should have just used metal for part of it and then used a wooden dowel for the remainder, because the weakest point of the sword is right here where this little connector joint is. So it's a little flimsy, but I still want to finish it up, and obviously you gotta prime it and do some filler putty, sand it, paint it, all that good stuff. But it'll be a good practice piece. This video is now turning into a spring cosplay progress vlog since it is already April, but I did make some progress on D-Lit from Record of Lotus War. I finished all of the main sewing portions, and this is going to be put away until a later date when the weather is nice enough for me to do her armor. For a bit of a mail day, my ears from Aradani Studios came in. This is definitely not sponsored. I purchased these myself, and I got 2 sets of ears, a smaller one for Malon and Vex, and then these longer ones are for Deedlit, and this is the light skin tone. You have the option of dark, medium, light, or unpainted. You also can get custom colors as well. And I did the upgrade to get the Spirit Gum and Spirit Gum Remover since I didn't have that on hand. I should also mention the names of the ears. The large one is the large anime elf ears, and the bottom one is the moon elf ears. I actually got to try out those ears because I did a little photo shoot in a public park with my husband, kind of testing out my Deedlit costume. Orihime was sitting on the dress form with no progress being made, so I just took the costume off and set it aside and decided to pull out 2 very teal costumes. The one on the left is the non-official Eliza pattern from Hamilton because I wanted to try out the simplicity pattern that they made for that costume. And then over here is Vex from The Legend of Vox Machina. Here is some more progress on Eliza. Her earrings, sleeves, and skirt are done, so all that's left is to make the bodice. Here is some progress on Vex. She's coming along. So the tunic and the hair clip are done. The corset is almost done. It needs the lacing in the back and the belts that go across it. I need to make her gloves and also make her quiver and an arrow to pose with, but the bow is done as well. And here is the Vex costume all complete. I will be posting a video at a later date of all of the making of process. I decided not to make her boot covers since I got these boots on clearance that are fairly close, and that way I can use them for multiple characters. So everything is done, and I figured that would be a good stopping point to the video. So if you made it all this way, thank you so very much for watching.